Welcome back to Pusong Pinoy sa Amerika.
Ngayon naman, meron tayong kwento ng tagumpay tungkol sa isang H-1B visa holder na ngayon ay successful entrepreneur na dito sa Amerika. Let's watch this.
In San Francisco, California, there is one dedicated and a thriving Filipino executive who is well-respected voice in the hotel industry. With a career spanning over 28 years, he leads one of the most luxurious hotels in the city, the Omni San Francisco Hotel. In 2018, he received one of the most prestigious awards as the Outstanding General Manager of the Year from the California Hotel and Lodging Association, the largest and the most influential state lodging industry association in the United States.
Well, thank you for having me. My name is James Lim. I've been here since 1984. I'm happily married. I have 3 children, Mickey, who is 20 years old, Nina, 18 years old, and 16-year-old Matthew, my son.
James is the general manager of Omni San Francisco Hotel. He had his humble beginnings as a non-immigrant student visa holder.
The first original plan was for me to go back, and then what happened was my mom convinced me to stay by applying as an F1 visa student. I studied at Golden Gate University, and it took me about 5 years total for my entire F1 visa. I did post-curriculum practical training as well afterwards.
James completed his Bachelor of Science degree in Hotel and Restaurant Management, Tourism and Hospitality Management, and an MBA from the Golden Gate University in San Francisco, California. From being a student visa holder, James was offered a specialty occupation from the Palace Hotel and was petitioned for an H-1B professional working visa.
When I transitioned from F1, I was working at the Palace and Hotel, which is a Starwood luxury collection. They ended up petitioning me to be H-1 visa. Back then, I think it wasn't as prevalent, but I guess the employer really liked me. And I still remember this, they had me sign a contract to be working for them for 2 years at least. I said, where's the contract? I'll sign it, So I had to sign it. I had to commit myself for the next 2 years to be with them. I said, that's no problem. And that helped me out with my career.
For 28 years, James consistently worked his way up to be the general manager at the Omni San Francisco Hotel. He worked on the management level for various hotels in the San Francisco Bay Area. He is also currently a professor teaching college students at the California State University. On his way to the top of his career, James had his share of trials. He experienced discrimination and stereotyping as a Filipino national.
When I was a student, one of my classmates told me, why do you want to be a general manager of a hotel? You could never be a GM. You're not European, you're not puti. What's unfortunate, it's this person that told me this is kapwa Pilipino. If we had that mentality that, we can't be better than what, we think we can, it's not gonna be easy then, right? So you really have to fight for yourself. But at the same time, I think one lesson I learned there is that tayo lang yung magsusuporta amongst each other. It's so important that we help other Filipinos.
Even at work, James was not spared from the discrimination and stereotyping of Filipinos by his co-workers. He vividly remembers one incident.
When I was working as an assistant manager at the front office, yung isa sa mga co-worker ko, just in conversation, asked me a question, why are you here? Why are you in the front office? Why do you want to be advancing in your career and to be a GM someday? Why do you want to be a hotel manager? Why aren't you with your people downstairs? So at first, I had to pause and trying to figure out ano ibig niya sabihin, right? Ano ibig niya sabihin being with the people downstairs. And I realized that he's talking about housekeeping because the housekeeping department is downstairs and predominantly Filipinos, right? And so I clarified it with him. And sabi niya, yeah, no, I meant your people downstairs. Why aren't you with the people downstairs? And I thought at first that he was joking. Kala ko nagbibiro lang. So I kind of laughed a little bit, and then I realized he was serious because he wasn't laughing back. And I realized he was not being nice, right? But at that point, I was so naive about how to handle those things, because I think if I knew then what that entailed, that I could have taken him to HR, which I didn't, by the way, because again, I didn't know better. So I just basically used it to make me a stronger person and realized, okay, I'll use this to prove to him that I could advance in my career as a Filipino American, right, and an immigrant. I really worked harder.
Overcoming all barriers faced by new immigrants, James' hard work and his determination to succeed as a Filipino-American immigrant brought him to where he is right now. From an assistant manager of the Palace Hotel to general manager of the famous Omni San Francisco Hotel. James earned also the respect of his colleagues in the hotel industry and is currently the chairperson of the Board of Hotel Council of San Francisco. He was also the only Filipino recipient of the Outstanding General Manager Award given every year in the last 125 years by the largest hotel association, the California Hotel and Lodging Association. When asked if he believes that he is living the American dream, he shares us his thoughts.
The American dream is still alive to some extent. You just need to be more patient. I mean, it took me a long time, But I think it's a matter of being patient and realistic, working hard, and being optimistic.
From being a foreign student visa holder and to now being an American citizen, James is recognized for his exceptional achievements, an accomplished Filipino immigrant in the hotel industry. Despite all his successes, he managed to stay grounded and focused on what makes life meaningful to him, his family.
I've kept this since I got my first job as a GM, and it's a frame of my kids, right? 100 years from now, it will not matter what my bank account was, the sort of house I live in, or the kind of car I drove, but the world may be different because I was important in the life of a child. It's focusing on my priority as a person, as a human being.
James Lim, may Pusong Pinoy sa Amerika.
You're very inspiring. Congratulations.
Wow, ang galing talaga, di ba, Eric?
Galing.
Alam mo, marami pa tayong pag-uusapan. So, pagbabalik ng Pusong Pinoy sa Amerika.
The coming days may present challenges for us immigrants. Understand your rights and learn the truth. Only from a reliable source. Tancinco Law Offices, serving our immigrant community.